Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Bibbles! And today we are looking at the best units in the entire game. Now, this includes the new Christmas units for the Christmas event. That's right, all these guys, and some of these guys are really good. Now, for this video, I will be using the unofficial FNTD user guide. And you may be wondering why I'm using the unofficial one. There are two reasons. I have the two FNTD user guides up. Now, this is the official FNTD user guide. Now, they've updated their icon to Christmas, but their overall chart for like tier lists don't even have Halloween units on it, which Halloween was like a month and a half ago, and they haven't even got Halloween in here. Like, sure, they have this zombie chica here as a good starter. Secondly, it's not even accurate, because it's been known for a while that Undead Chica is one of the best DPS units in the entire game due to how her summons work, and they don't have her listed as top 8, and they don't have her listed as top 8. So I'm sorry, official FNTD user guide, but like it's not as accurate, and like I said, it just hasn't been updated. If I go to the event endless, it doesn't have any Christmas units, and it's still got screenshots of Halloween. Now, I know Christmas just came out 24 hours ago, but the unofficial FNTD guide already have some of the strats for the Christmas event. The best place to farm, and now they are still testing the middle placements, but they do have one for the entrances. And they've got the stats for the event games. So unfortunately, we will be using the unofficial FNTD user guide because they just update more often. Now, what I wanted to talk about was a couple of things. Now, this is going to be for the best units. Now, this is something I wanted to show because a lot of people are playing this game with friends. Now, this is the endless multiplayer strategy. So, of course, you all have the Slasher Bonnie. Now, we're going to have 3 of the new Christmas Freddy. Why do we have 3 of the new Christmas Freddy? Because the movie director Freddy has a passive where he boosts the damage of the highest damaging unit by 25%. Now, in multiplayer, that means that with all 3 of these, that is a 75% damage boost for the Apex Mangle, which is absolutely huge. Now, of course, we do have the 3 balloon boys for the extra range so that we can place the units in the center of the map. We have all of the scarecrows for all on Razor. Now, we've got the Puppet Hero because the Puppet Hero is fixed with now using ghost summons, as well as the 25% damage boost that the Puppet does. So with the Puppet and these 3 Freddys, Mangle gets a 100% damage boost, which is absolutely insane. Razor gives it an even more damage boost, and the Withered Bonnie, I believe, is currently the best slowing unit in the game. Now, they've got a little thing down here. Why no Dreadbear? His DPS was never as good, and he's only a single target. This game really thrives on using multiple targets or splash damage and things like that, because there are just so many enemies in this game that single targets really just fall behind in DPS than all the other units, because there are just so many enemies on the screen all at once. Now, of course, we have Purple Guy because Purple Guy is the really good DPS as well, and we have Slasher Bonnie because Slasher Bonnie gets more damage the more units that are within range. He also gets a damage boost from Headless Mangle's passive activation. Now, the reason why we're using one Withered Bonnie and one Puppet is because they both rely on global boosts and stunts, so only one can happen at a time. If you have multiple Puppets, you don't get extra boosts, and if you have multiple Withered Bonnies, you don't get extra either. However, the movie director Freddy do stack, just like the Balloon Boy and the Razor Scarecrows. Now, you can see that the Christmas and the normal Endless are the exact same. Now, these are the enchants at the top. Of course, you have Vengeance on all of your attacking units. You have Phantom on your support units. And that is the best method for doing multiplayer endless. However, if you are just playing single player, the current meta is to have a lot of these placement units placed at each of the doors. And the reason why this is because the faster you do waves and the faster that you finish the level, the more rewards per minute or per hour that you get. Because if you finish 110 waves in 10 minutes, then that will grant you more rewards than 120 waves in 20 minutes. Now, the current meta is to have these units split up at all 3 entrances, and that is, of course, JJ, Withered Bonnie, Shadow Freddy, Slasher Bonnie, Withered Freddy, and of course Purple Guy. Now, This is still being tested, as of course the Christmas event has only just come out within 24 hours. But this is the current meta for you to be using if you want to collect as many cookies and XP as possible. Now mind you, this was a video about the best units in the game, not the best methods for Christmas. In the normal Endless, you might see that it's a little bit different in Endless 1. And this is because you gotta put all of the units near the exit, except for Withered Freddy, which you will put at the entrances. Now this is the current best meta for Endless 1. Now if you're wondering with these enchants, this like orangey red is Vengeance, and then Phantom is this green. Now of course, because Endless 2 is so split up, just like the Event Endlesses, it has the same meta team as Event Endless. Now next time I am live streaming, I will be checking out this 4-player Endless team that we have seen here, and see if we can reach the leaderboard. So make sure to keep an eye out for the live stream where we test that team with 4 people. Alrighty guys, and that is the current meta for the best units for Endlesses. The reason why I mention Endlesses is because the story mode is only good for food, which of course you may need food. If you do need food, these are the teams for the story mode. But for now, those are the best meta teams right now in the game to be using, so make sure you try and get those units. Now mind you, for the Event Endless, this is only for you to beat the level as fast as possible. If you want to get as far as possible, then I believe you're going to be using a different center middle method. That hasn't been shown on this website yet, but if you have friends, even if you have 1 friend or 2 friends, you know, there's like 3 of you or 2 of you, use this team and it should get you as far as you can get. Alrighty, that is all for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! It's a swimming time.